Now when the lights turn out on focus, overdose, slow hope, don't choke this lucid psychosis, kitty cat broke it, leaking out slow, get the most so flocious.
This is Project Connect, a show where we take people who are up and coming in the Inland Northwest, whether their passion is music, art, photography, sports, or just trying to live out their dream. We pre-select 5 photos off their social media platforms to give them a chance to describe what was going on instead of the caption they had posted with it.
Overdose, slow hope, don't choke this lucid psychosis, kitty cat broke it, leaking out slow, get the most so flocious. We about both, keep it breathing, keep it dark. We could spark trees and I won't seek meaning. We could catch feelings, speak about dreams and the world so free.
Thanks for tuning in. Let's get started. Hey everybody, welcome to the next episode of Project Connect. I have Caden Butera on here today talking about his adventures in filmmaking. So we're just going to kind of jump into it, Caden.
All right.
Go to the first photo here, which is
Just
this is a while back, it looks like.
yes, it is. Yes. So that photo, are they going to be able to see it?
Yeah, they'll be
Okay.
able to see it here.
So I participate in 4 years now, I think. What's called a 50-hour slam competition. It's out in Spokane. They give you 50 hours to write, shoot, edit, and submit a 6-minute film. So that's what that is. That's a cast and crew photo.
Okay, so that's everybody that's like involved there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm supposed to give an alternative caption, right? So that caption is 50-hour slam competition 2016. What it should say is that day went horribly wrong because my sound person dropped the mic in the lake.
Oh gosh.
It's not her fault. I'm not throwing her under the bus. But it's someone's fault, and the mic literally fell into the lake and was destroyed.
Oh.
So that's a fun little fact about that. We won a award for that film, actually.
Oh, okay.
The actress in the red shirt there, or they're both wearing red, but one of them won Best Actress, which was awesome. It was really fun stuff.
So do they just like give you a prompt on that? Or
Yeah, so they basically, you meet in Spokane. It's run by actually some of the people who do Z Nation, the show
Okay.
that they film out in Spokane. The competition leader is Juan Moss. He's I believe the second unit director for the whole show. They basically, you show up, they give you criteria, so you can't make it ahead of time, otherwise
Okay.
everyone would. So they
Yeah.
say include this, this, and this, and then you have to write it the moment you leave and then film it that morning.
Yeah.
And it's always kind of a jam or a slam. It's called a 50-hour slam. So, but it's fun every time. And even when it doesn't always work out, it still kind of does.
Yeah.
Because you have 50 hours. It can't be perfect.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like you're doing a lot of art on your
Yeah.
page. I just kind of picked out this guy.
Yeah, so that is Darth Vader from Star Trek. No, that's just a painting of Boba Fett I did. I don't actually do a lot of painting or drawing that often. I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah.
If I wanted to be really good at it, I should probably practice more. But that was, I believe, for my birthday party, because that's what adults do. They draw pictures on their birthday party with friends. So
Okay.
that was just I like to draw and do stuff. I suck at painting, so I decided to try it anyway, because that's always a good idea. And that was the end result.
I mean, that's still better than what I could do.
Well, thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Star Wars, I mean, do you have like a favorite episode?
Oh
There.
man, well, I'm literally wearing Star Wars Vans right now, so I have a lot of opinions about Star
Okay.
Wars. So if you want this episode to be like an hour long, then I will get right into it. But I'll try to be concise. I like most of them except for Phantom Menace.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
even the prequels are good in my opinion. in a horrible way, but they're still great. I don't know how to explain it. Nostalgia is a huge part of it, but Empire Strikes Back, that wins in my book. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Tell me what's going on in this guy.
So that is an action star, my best friend Tyler Opp, riding backwards on a sled, shooting a gun for a Christmas action movie we have titled Don't Eat the Red Snow. So as you can see, this is a non-comedic drama. No, it's a very, very ridiculous spoof on like all the dumb action movies I've ever seen.
Oh, okay.
This was kind of recent. This was this winter. It was snowing and it looked like a winter wonderland. I'm like, I want to get out there and shoot something. I don't know what it will be. It might be crappy. Hopefully it is crappy. Let's do it. So we basically just wrote down a million really low quality puns and one-liners, like don't eat the red snow. He kills someone with a candy cane at some point, and then he kills someone with an icicle, and he says, "Looks like you've paid the ultimate priceable." So as you can see, really top-notch writing.
All right.
But yeah, we filmed that. It's like 5 minutes long. It's on my YouTube channel, so you can watch it if you are dying to see it. But yeah, it was really fun. It was cold, and run and gun, and we had a good time.
Okay. What inspired you to do filmmaking?
What inspired me to do filmmaking? Well, I've always loved. I'm a pop culture based guy. I have an actual home theater in my house. And my parents both love movies, and I've grown up on pop culture stuff. So I was around the age of 8 where I just decided I want to start making movies, not just watching them, because I didn't grow up with cable. I grew up with just the DVDs in my house. So I would just rewatch movies over and over again, mostly Spider-Man 2, not gonna lie. But I basically, at the age of 8, I'm like, I want to start making movies. And of course, when I started, instantly successful, just amazing movies right off the bat.
Yeah.
No, not really. You have to start horrible in order to improve.
Well,
so
yeah.
I started making really crap films with my friends. In a way, I still am. But just over the course of time, improving, perfecting the craft. The best way to get good at anything is to just do it.
Do it! Just do it!
I run in a lot of people who claim they're filmmakers, and I'm like, oh, what movies have you made? And they go like, oh, well, none yet. I'm like, well,
yeah.
I don't care
somewhere.
if you're horrible, but if you're like always making stuff, I'm like, I respect that.
Yeah.
Even if you're not really great at what you do, if you're like always trying to do something, then like 2 thumbs up for you. I think that's the best thing ever, and it's super inspirational too. So I just try to do film as much as I can. If I have a free moment, I'm trying to either work on a script or edit another video. So that's basically my life, and I've surrendered to it, and I love it.
Okay, that's awesome, man.
Yes. All right. So that's my my Jamaican trip. I went on a family vacation last year, and I went to Jamaica. That was me back when I had a tan, actually. No. So that is a fire breather. I don't know what you call them, but really cool thing that was going on, and I was lucky enough to take the right picture at the right time, and it was an awesome trip. Most of my enjoyment from visiting places actually come from what I like to do, which is, film or video, or film or photography. So when other people are like actually enjoying themselves authentically, I'm like stuck behind a lens. But that's how I honestly enjoy things the most. I feel most connected in an environment if I'm actually filming it or photographing it, not on like a phone for Snapchat, but for but with a camera and doing stuff. So that's where the majority of my joy actually comes from for visiting places. So I took tons of photography on that vacation. I made a short film there actually.
Oh, really?
With my brother and his girlfriend who also came, and I made just a really dumb comedy about like an assassin on a cruise ship. It's interesting, but it was really fun. That's how I had most of my fun. So yeah, that's what that picture is.
Awesome. Last photo here.
Yes.
Looks like your like latest and greatest here.
That's right. So this is my baby right now. E equals. It basically started off. My old boss told me like, Caden, you make short films and they're always great-ish, but they always have an ending and they never they can't really amount to anything else because that's the end of the short. Why don't you make a short where it leaves people like wanting more, and then you could kind of tease it to be something bigger? I'm like, that is a smart idea. I should try that. So I basically, it was last year, I made a 20-minute, what I call a concept pitch, of something that starts kind of in the middle of a storyline and ends with a big kind of open ending, and that was E equals a 20-minute sci-fi short film. And basically, after that was pretty well received, we planned to launch a campaign for it on Kickstarter, which is a crowdfunding website. So we created a Kickstarter for E equals and said, if you like this 20-minute version, and you want to see more, then give us some financial support and we can actually make a feature film. And that's kind of a hard thing. I mean, I'm not a celebrity. It's not a fan film based off of something with an already pre-existing fan base. So it's a risky thing to do, but we went ahead and did it. And we ended up reaching our goal. We raised $15,000, and we're going to go forward with a feature film.
That's awesome.
Which is super, super exciting. It just really shows that our community, this city, is super supportive, and I couldn't be more thankful.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we kind of watched it the other day, and we really enjoyed it. Like, definitely looking forward to seeing what's going to happen with it.
Awesome.
So, this part of the show, I'm going to kind of, if you have anything that you want to plug, anything that's happening, like, in your life, you're doing filmmaking full time, I'll just let you take the reins.
Right. Okay.
Go ahead and say it into that camera over there. And
Gotcha. Well, I am now making shirts. No, I'm not actually. I'm just I'm doing full-time filmmaking and photography. My passion projects are the narrative storytelling, which is like the projects we talked about. But I just started a production company. It's called Paradox Studios, where I do for hire videography, commercials, photography, really anything that has to do with the camera, or sometimes more. So if you're looking for a awesome commercial or anything like that, hit me up at Paradox Studios.
All right, Caden. I'm just super happy you came on the show today. Thanks for
you.
being part of Project Connect.
Awesome.
Look forward to seeing what you have.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah.